Hello and welcome to Super English Beginners. Let's learn English together. If this is your first time listening, welcome. This is a good episode to start with.
Definitely. And if you enjoy real, calm English conversations, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay with us.
So, Mike, before we begin, how are you feeling today?
Honestly, pretty good. A little tired, but in a good way. You know that feeling when you finish something important and your brain finally relaxes?
Oh, I know that feeling very well. What did you finish?
I finally sat down last night and looked at my bank account properly. Not just a quick look, but really looked.
Oh, wow. That's brave.
Yeah, brave is one word for it. Slightly scary is another.
I totally get that. Looking at your money can be stressful.
It really can. But after I did it, I felt calmer. How about you? How are you today?
I'm actually feeling proud of myself.
Proud? That sounds good. Why?
Because this morning I organized all my bills and wrote everything down. Rent, utilities, subscriptions, everything.
That's impressive. I know that takes effort.
It does. And it made me feel responsible. Like, okay, I'm an adult.
That feeling is underrated.
It really is. And honestly, that's a perfect lead-in to today's topic.
Exactly. Today we're talking about money.
Money, budgets, spending habits, all the things we think about but don't always talk about.
And for many people, talking about money is uncomfortable.
Especially in another language.
Yes, even in your own language, money conversations can feel awkward.
So if you're learning English, it can feel even harder.
That's why we're here. We're going to talk about money in a very simple, natural way.
Like two people having a normal conversation.
No pressure, no complicated words.
Just real English that you can actually use.
Exactly. So let's start very simply.
Okay.
Mike, do you have a monthly budget?
I do. I try to follow a budget every month.
You say try. That sounds honest.
Because I don't always succeed.
Same here.
A budget helps me control my spending, but life happens.
That's true. Sometimes you plan and then something unexpected shows up.
Exactly. What about you? Do you have a budget?
I do. Well, I make one. Following it is another story.
I appreciate the honesty.
Some months I follow it very well. Other months I look at it and think, okay, next month will be better.
That's very real. And I think a lot of people listening are nodding right now.
Probably.
And that's important to say. You don't have to be perfect with money.
Right. You just need to be aware.
Exactly. Awareness is the first step.
So let's start at the beginning. Income.
Income is the money you receive.
That's right. Anna, how often do you get paid?
I get paid twice a month. I receive my paycheck every 2 weeks.
How does that feel?
I like it. It feels steady. The amounts are smaller, but I don't have to wait too long.
That makes sense. I get paid once a month.
Once a month?
Yes. My salary goes into my bank account at the end of the month.
I think that would make me nervous.
At first it did. You really have to plan carefully.
I can imagine, but payday must feel good.
Oh, it really does. That moment when you check your account and see the money there, it's a relief.
That's such a shared human experience.
It really is.
And once you get paid, what's the first thing you think about?
Rent. Always rent.
Same.
Rent is my biggest expense. I pay it immediately.
Me too. I don't like seeing that money leave my account, but I also don't like worrying about it.
Exactly. Paying it right away gives peace of mind.
And for many people listening, rent or housing is probably their biggest expense too.
Yes, and that's okay. That's normal.
Money conversations don't have to be scary.
They can actually be empowering.
And today, we're going to slowly walk through all of this together.
Step by step.
With examples, feelings, and real life.
So take a breath, relax, and listen.
You don't need to remember everything.
Just get familiar with the language.
And with the idea that you can talk about money in English. So after rent, everything else feels a little easier to talk about.
That's true. Rent is the big one. Once that's paid, I feel like I can breathe again.
Same here. It's like, okay, my home is safe. Now let's look at the rest.
Exactly. So after rent, what comes next for you?
Utilities. Always utilities.
Electricity, water, that kind of thing?
Yes, electricity, water, sometimes gas. I like to pay them early in the month.
I do the same. I don't like waiting until the last minute.
It makes me anxious.
Me too. How much are your utility bills usually?
They change a little, but usually around $90 total.
That's not too bad. Mine are higher in the summer.
Because of air conditioning.
Yes, I use it a lot. When it's hot, I can't sleep without it.
I totally get that. Comfort matters.
Exactly. Some months my electricity bill goes up to $120.
Wow, that hurts a little when you see it.
It does, but then I remind myself that good sleep is important.
That's a good way to think about it.
Do you ever try to reduce your utility bills?
I try. I turn off lights. I don't leave things plugged in.
Same. Small habits help, but they don't change everything.
True, some costs are just part of life.
After utilities, what else do you pay every month?
After utilities, I pay my phone bill and my internet bill.
Those are very modern expenses.
Yes, they feel necessary now.
How much is your phone bill?
About $50 a month.
Mine is similar. And internet?
Around $60.
Same here. These bills are very predictable.
Exactly. They don't change much.
And that's an important idea.
Yes, these are fixed expenses.
Fixed expenses stay the same every month.
Rent, phone, internet, subscriptions.
They're easy to plan for because you know the amount.
But then we have the other type.
Variable expenses.
Those are tricky.
Very tricky.
Groceries are a big one for me.
Same. How much do you usually spend on groceries?
Around $250 to $300 a month.
That's very similar to me.
Some weeks are calm, other weeks not so calm.
Especially if you go shopping when you're hungry.
Oh no, that's dangerous.
I've learned that lesson the hard way.
Me too. Suddenly your cart is full of snacks.
Exactly. And healthy food can be expensive.
It really can. Fresh fruit, vegetables, good quality food, it adds up.
Sometimes I buy frozen vegetables to save money.
I do that too. And honestly, they're still good.
Yes, and they last longer.
Less waste.
Another variable expense is eating out.
Ah, yes, restaurants.
Do you eat out often?
I try not to, but I do enjoy it.
Same.
Maybe once or twice a week on busy days.
That can add up quickly. And suddenly it's a big number at the end of the month.
Exactly. But food is also social.
Yes, it's not just about eating.
It's about friends, conversation, relaxing.
That's important for mental health.
I agree. Money is not just numbers.
It's feelings, too.
And that's something people forget.
Very true.
Another small but sneaky expense is coffee.
Oh, coffee.
I know that sound.
Coffee is my weakness.
Same here.
I buy coffee almost every day before work.
Really?
Yes, one coffee is about $4.
That doesn't sound like much.
But then you do the math.
Exactly.
$4 a day, 5 days a week.
That's $20 a week.
And about $80 a month.
Wow, when you say it like that, it feels different.
It does. I didn't realize it at first.
I used to do the same.
What changed?
I started making coffee at home.
And?
I save a lot of money. Maybe $60 a month.
That's significant.
But I still miss the coffee shop sometimes.
The atmosphere.
Yes, sitting there, people watching.
Sometimes convenience and comfort cost money.
And that's okay, as long as you're aware of it.
Exactly. Awareness again.
Everyone has different priorities.
There's no one perfect budget.
Only a budget that works for you. Now, something that really changes a budget is transportation.
Yes, how you move around every day matters a lot.
It really does. So, Mike, how do you usually get to work?
I take public transportation. I use the subway.
I do too.
I buy a monthly pass. It costs about $90.
And that covers everything for the month.
Yes, unlimited rides. I don't have to think about it every day.
That sounds freeing.
It is. I just tap my card and go.
I love that feeling. No stress, no traffic.
Exactly. What about you?
I also use public transport most days. Sometimes I walk if the weather is nice.
Walking is great. It's free and good for your health.
Yes, and it clears my head.
Do you ever wish you had a car?
Sometimes, especially when I'm carrying groceries.
Oh, yes, that's when a car feels very tempting.
But then I think about the cost.
Gas, insurance, parking, it adds up fast.
Do you know people who drive to work every day?
Yes, a few friends. Their transportation costs are much higher than mine.
How much do they spend?
One friend told me he spends about $150 on gas every month.
And that's just gas.
Exactly. Then there's insurance.
Which is not cheap.
Around $100 a month.
And parking?
At his office, it's $80.
Wow, when you add that up.
It's over $300 a month.
That's a big difference compared to public transport.
It is, but he loves the freedom.
That's always the trade-off.
Convenience versus cost.
And there's no right or wrong answer.
Just choices.
Now, another topic that affects many people's budgets is debt.
Yes, this is a big one.
And also an emotional one.
Very emotional.
Do you have any debt right now?
I do. I have a student loan.
A lot of people do.
Yes, every month I pay $200.
That's a big payment.
It is. Sometimes I feel frustrated.
I can imagine.
But I remind myself why I took the loan.
Education.
Exactly. It helped me get where I am.
That's a healthy way to think about it.
How about you? Do you have any loans?
I don't have a student loan, but I do have credit card debt.
Ah, credit cards.
Yes, sometimes I use my credit card for big purchases.
Like what?
A laptop or a flight ticket.
That makes sense.
Right. Right now, I owe about $800.
Do you pay interest on it?
Unfortunately, yes.
Credit card interest is painful.
It really is. My interest rate is high.
So how do you handle it?
I try to pay more than the minimum every month.
That's very important.
This month, I'm paying $150.
That will help a lot.
If you only pay the minimum, the debt feels endless.
Yes, I've heard so many stories like that.
It's stressful. It affects your sleep.
Money stress is real.
Very real.
That's why saving is so important.
Yes, savings give you some peace.
Do you save money every month?
I try to.
That sounds familiar.
My goal is to save 10% of my income.
That's a solid goal.
Some months I reach it. Some months I don't.
And that's okay.
Life isn't perfectly predictable.
Unexpected things always happen.
Like last month, my phone broke.
Oh no!
I had to replace it. That wasn't in my budget.
That hurts.
It did, and that's when I really understood the idea of an emergency fund.
Yes, emergency funds are so important.
It's money you save for surprises.
Car problems, health issues, job changes.
Exactly.
Experts say you should save 3 to 6 months of expenses.
When I first heard that, I felt overwhelmed.
Same. It sounds like a huge number.
But you don't build it overnight.
You build it slowly.
Right now, my emergency fund is about $1,000.
That's a great start.
It makes me feel safer.
And that feeling is worth a lot.
Now let's talk about the part of money that people actually enjoy talking about.
Ah, yes, the fun stuff.
Exactly, because money isn't only bills and stress.
It shouldn't be, at least.
So let's talk about subscriptions first.
Those small monthly payments that quietly leave your account.
Quietly is the perfect word.
Sometimes you forget they're even there.
Until you check your bank statement and think, wait, what is this?
I've had that moment.
Me too. How many subscriptions do you have?
Let me think. I have a video streaming service and a music app. Yes, together they cost about $20 a month.
That's reasonable.
I think so. I use them almost every day.
That makes a difference.
What about you?
I have a few more.
Uh-oh.
I know. I have a streaming service, a music app, and a fitness app.
How much is that total?
Around $65 a month.
That adds up quickly.
It does, but I use all of them.
That's the key question. Do you use them?
Exactly. If I stop using one, I cancel it.
That's a good habit.
Subscriptions are convenient, but they can slowly grow.
Like little leaks in your budget.
Yes, small but constant.
Now, what about hobbies?
I love that question.
Me too. Hobbies say a lot about a person.
They do. I love reading.
I'm not surprised.
I buy 2 or 3 books every month.
Physical books or digital?
Mostly physical. I like holding a book.
How much do you usually spend?
Around $40 to $60 a month.
That's not bad.
It's my way to relax.
That's important.
What about you?
Video games.
I knew it.
Guilty. I buy 1 or 2 games a month.
And how much does that cost?
Around $50.
That's similar to my books.
Exactly. Different hobbies, similar costs.
And both help us unwind after a long day.
That's something people forget.
Money should support your life, not just your responsibilities.
Well said.
Now, there's one more category I want to talk about.
Okay.
Giving.
Ah, yes.
Do you donate to any causes?
I do. Not a lot, but regularly.
That's important.
I donate about $25 a month to a children's organization.
That's wonderful.
It's not a big amount, but it feels meaningful.
I feel the same way.
Where do you donate?
To an animal shelter.
That makes sense for you.
I donate about $20 a month.
Giving brings a different kind of satisfaction.
Yes, it reminds you that money can help others too.
Now, when you look at all of this together,
Rent, bills, food, fun, savings.
it can feel overwhelming.
It can. But when you write it down, it becomes clearer.
Let's talk numbers for a moment.
Okay.
When you add up your expenses, how much do you spend each month?
Let me think.
Take your time.
Rent is $1,500.
That's the big one.
Utilities about $90.
Okay,
Phone and internet $100.
got it.
Groceries $300.
Right.
Eating out $150.
Okay,
Coffee $80.
I know. Keep going.
Transportation $90.
All right.
Credit card payment $150.
Okay,
Subscriptions $20.
right.
Books $50.
Got it.
Donations $20.
So what's the total?
About $2,100.
And you try to save,
$300.
so your total budget is around $2,400.
Yes.
And your income,
About $3,500 after taxes.
so you still have some room.
Around $600.
That's good.
It is. It's not perfect, but it's balanced.
When you look at those numbers, it really tells a story.
It does. It shows how you actually live, not how you think you live.
Exactly. Sometimes we imagine we spend less than we really do.
And writing it down removes the guesswork.
So now let's talk about advice.
Practical advice.
Yes, things people can actually do.
The first tip is simple but powerful.
Track your spending.
Write down everything you spend for 1 month.
Every coffee, every snack, every small purchase.
It can be uncomfortable at first.
Very uncomfortable, but it's also eye-opening.
When I first did it, I was shocked.
Really?
Yes, I didn't realize how much I was spending on food outside.
That's a common one.
Once you see it, you can make choices.
Exactly. You're in control again.
Second tip, make a budget.
List your income and your expenses.
Make sure your expenses are less than your income.
That's the golden rule.
Spend less than you earn.
And if you don't, debt grows.
And debt brings stress.
A lot of stress.
Third tip, pay yourself first.
I love this one.
Me too.
When you get paid, save money immediately.
Even a small amount.
Especially a small amount.
It builds the habit.
And habits matter more than motivation.
Fourth tip, be careful with credit cards.
Credit cards are convenient but dangerous.
Only use them if you can pay them off.
Interest is expensive.
Fifth tip, build an emergency fund.
Start small.
Even $500 can help.
It can turn a crisis into an inconvenience.
That's a great way to say it.
And finally, look for ways to reduce expenses.
Cancel subscriptions you don't use.
Cook at home more often.
Small changes add up.
$10 a week is $40 a month.
And almost $500 a year.
That's real money.
Now, let's slow down and review some important words we used today.
Yes, vocabulary matters.
Let's start with budget.
A budget is a plan for your money.
It shows how much you earn and how much you spend.
You can say, I made a budget, or I need to stick to my budget.
Next word, expenses.
Expenses are things you spend money on.
Rent is an expense. Food is an expense.
You can say, my expenses are high this month.
We also talked about income,
Income is the money you receive.
usually from your job.
For example, my income is $3,000 a month.
Next word, debt.
Debt is money you owe.
Credit cards, student loans, mortgages.
Debt is not always bad, but too much is stressful.
And one very useful verb, afford.
To afford means to have enough money for something.
I can afford it, or I can't afford it.
It's a very common word in daily life.
Let's try an example sentence.
Okay,
My income is stable, but my expenses are high, so I can't afford to save much right now.
that's a great sentence, very natural.
Listeners, you can try this too.
Write your own sentence using these words.
Practice makes progress.
Always.
Now, before we finish, let's reflect for a moment.
Money affects almost every part of our lives.
But talking about it doesn't have to be scary.
It can be calm.
It can be empowering.
And in English, it can be simple. This has been a long conversation, but a very meaningful one.
Yes, and if you're still listening, thank you for staying with us.
That tells us something.
It tells us you care,
You care about improving your English.
and about understanding real-life topics.
Today, we talked about money.
Not in a perfect way,
Not in a polished way.
but in a real way.
We talked about income,
How you get paid,
how often you get paid.
and what that feels like.
We talked about expenses,
Fixed expenses like rent and bills.
variable expenses like food, coffee, and entertainment,
We talked about transportation,
public transport versus cars.
convenience versus cost,
We talked about debt.
and how emotional it can be,
We talked about saving.
and emergency funds.
And we talked about balance.
Because money isn't just math,
It's life.
it's choices.
It's priorities.
And it's okay if you're still figuring it out.
Everyone is.
Even people who look confident.
Especially those people.
One thing we really want you to remember is this.
You don't need perfect English to talk about money.
Simple sentences work.
Simple sentences work.
My rent is high.
I'm trying to save money.
I can't afford this right now.
These are powerful sentences.
And they're enough.
Now it's time for our favorite part.
Hearing from you.
Today's question is simple but important.
What is your biggest expense every month?
Is it rent?
Food.
Transportation?
Loans.
Something else?
You can write a short sentence.
My biggest expense is rent. It costs $800 a month.
Or, my biggest expense is my car. I pay $300 every month.
There's no right or wrong answer.
And no pressure to be perfect.
When you write, you're practicing.
And practice is how you improve.
Always.
Now, before we finish, let's reflect for a moment.
Money affects almost every part of our lives.
But talking about it doesn't have to be scary.
It can be calm.
It can be empowering.
And in English, it can be simple. This has been a long conversation, but a very meaningful one.
Yes, and if you're still listening, thank you for staying with us.
That tells us something.
It tells us you care.
You care about improving your English.
And about understanding real-life topics.
Today, we talked about money.
Not in a perfect way,
Not in a polished way.
but in a real way.
We talked about income,
How you get paid,
how often you get paid.
and what that feels like.
We talked about expenses,
Fixed expenses like rent and bills.
variable expenses like food, coffee, and entertainment,
We talked about transportation,
public transport versus cars.
convenience versus cost,
We talked about debt.
and how emotional it can be,
We talked about saving.
and emergency funds.
And we talked about balance.
Because money isn't just math,
It's life.
it's choices.
It's priorities.
And it's okay if you're still figuring it out.
Everyone is.
Even people who look confident.
Especially those people.
One thing we really want you to remember is this.
You don't need perfect English to talk about money.
Simple sentences work.
Simple sentences work.
My rent is high.
I'm trying to save money.
I can't afford this right now.
These are powerful sentences.
And they're enough.
Now it's time for our favorite part.
Hearing from you.
Today's question is simple but important.
What is your biggest expense every month?
Is it rent?
Food.
Transportation?
Loans.
Something else?
You can write a short sentence.
My biggest expense is rent. It costs $800 a month.
Or, my biggest expense is my car. I pay $300 every month.
There's no right or wrong answer.
And no pressure to be perfect.
When you write, you're practicing.
And practice is how you improve.
Always.
Now, before we finish, let's reflect for a moment.
Money affects almost every part of our lives.
But talking about it doesn't have to be scary.
It can be calm.
It can be empowering.
And in English, it can be simple. This has been a long conversation, but a very meaningful one.
Yes, and if you're still listening, thank you for staying with us.
That tells us something.
It tells us you care.
You care about improving your English.
And about understanding real-life topics.
Today, we talked about money.
Not in a perfect way,
Not in a polished way.
but in a real way.
We talked about income,
How you get paid,
how often you get paid.
and what that feels like.
We talked about expenses,
Fixed expenses like rent and bills.
variable expenses like food, coffee, and entertainment,
We talked about transportation,
public transport versus cars.
convenience versus cost,
We talked about debt.
and how emotional it can be.
We talked about saving.
And emergency funds.
And we talked about balance.
Because money isn't just math.
It's life.
It's choices.
It's priorities.
And it's okay if you're still figuring it out.
Everyone is.
Even people who look confident.
Especially those people.
One thing we really want you to remember is this.
You don't need perfect English to talk about money.
Simple sentences work.
Simple sentences work.
My rent is high.
I'm trying to save money.
I can't afford this right now.
These are powerful sentences.
And they're enough.
Now it's time for our favorite part.
Hearing from you.
Today's question is simple but important.
What is your biggest expense every month?
Is it rent?
Food.
Transportation?
Loans.
Something else?
You can write a short sentence.
My biggest expense is rent. It costs $800 a month.
Or, my biggest expense is my car. I pay $300 every month.
There's no right or wrong answer.
And no pressure to be perfect.
When you write, you're practicing.
And practice is how you improve.
Always.
Now, before we finish, let's reflect for a moment.
Money affects almost every part of our lives.
But talking about it doesn't have to be scary.
It can be calm.
It can be empowering.
And in English, it can be simple.